All right, we are tested. Heck yeah. There you go.
Where do I want to hang it today?
That's a great question. I'm gonna go.
I feel like sweater is like.
Yeah. I feel like it's something like that.
Are we live?
We're live enough.
All right. Okay. So.
Okay. What do you got? What do you got? You saying something about Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I was watching Fallout.
Okay. Ooh.
The new season of Fallout, and I didn't realize that it autoplays just a random show after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sitting there, thought I was watching Fallout episode 2, which isn't out yet.
No, it's not.
But it is actually like the.
Oh yeah, Welcome to Derry.
Welcome to Derry.
Oh,
weird first scene. Oh my god.
The demon baby?
Yeah. I was like, what is happening in Fallout right now?
This one kid is getting beaten by his parents, and
I was
like, why is the world not been nuked?
I was like, how does this tie into the rest of the thing? Oh my god.
Dude, fantastic show by the way.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I love it.
What a wild first scene. I was like, what is going on here?
Oh yeah. Every episode of Welcome to Derry
is like that.
Oh dude, it's something worse every single time.
Like I might have to watch it now because I was so messed up.
Yeah, I watched the last episode like a few days ago.
Yeah.
You think it can't get worse as the season goes on? It's like,
no.
my goodness.
I can imagine it getting worse.
It gets a lot worse. Like so much worse. Like I'm surprised that they're allowed to put half that stuff on TV.
It's not on TV. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, intro us.
Yeah, I want to make sure. That's all good. Minute 50.
Do you have anything you want to talk about before we start? Anything fun going on?
Ooh. Not a ton.
Just some Primal.
Oh well, yeah. Far Cry Primal been playing a lot of that.
There you go.
Actually, one thing that I did find out that's kind of interesting. With a lot of ghost sightings, if there is a constant frequency of 18.7 hertz in the background, which is lower than what we're capable of hearing, that is the exact same frequency in which our eyes vibrate, causing people to see hallucinations.
Okay.
So there was a guy going back in like the 1960s or the 70s that would go around and test all these ghost sighting spots. And it just turned out that there was a low frequency from a piece of machinery or something else that was emitting that frequency. If you search up Ghost in the Machine, there's like a big old news article story on it back in the day and stuff. Nice. So that was kind of cool.
Ghosts aren't real.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Intro us. What's happening?
Welcome back to Fitness Snacks, episode number 5. Today, we're going to be talking about the Clair Toomy.
Yep.
CrossFit athlete.
I believe 8-time champion.
Super dominant in the sport.
Yep.
What do you know in terms of history on it?
I know that she was a track athlete before. Wasn't dominant when she started CrossFit. Made some, what I assuming is some mental shifts, and that's kind of what made everything click for her. Really, that's it. Like she's done some Olympic weightlifting at a high level. Really, everything at a high level.
She's doing a lot more high rocks and stuff nowadays. Just had her second kid.
No, she's pregnant with her second kid, so she is out of the games this year.
Gotcha.
So that leaves the field open, which is really interesting for the sport. But yeah, let's take a look and see what she does for her training.
Heck yeah.
Oh, also, snacks today. We went to the Wellness Exchange, which is a local store here in Moncton. Oh my God.
Redo that.
Is a local health and wellness store. So I've got Cashew Brothers, which I think is local, but I'm not 100% sure. Blueberry and lemon ice cream, non-dairy, because ice cream doesn't sit well with me.
Lucas picked me up some Lost and Found ice cream. Phenomenal spot, by the way. We're going with peanut butter brownie. Love it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's get the party going.
everyone. Today we're going to go through what's in my gym bag. These are things that I have to have at training, that I ensure that I have throughout my competition, and that I think that if you are getting into CrossFit, sports, any kind of training, this could be very beneficial for you as well. So what you see here is a Noble bag. I actually have a strap on the outside of it so that I can hook my knee sleeves or my sweatbands on the outside to air so that it doesn't get all stinky and smelly on the inside.
Top tier move. That's insane.
Yeah.
That is an amazing idea.
Things get smelly.
Yeah, especially knee sleeves.
Yep.
Dude, powerlifters should
Never
do that
wash
a lot
them.
more often now.
It's bad luck.
Scuba diving soap for like scuba suits works
Yeah.
very well because it's the same neoprene kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Inside. Also on the outside, I hang my shaker, so whenever I want water or I want a protein shake or anything like that, I have my shaker ready and available. Obviously sweatbands, they're actually a little damp, so I don't want to touch them, but they're on the outside drying. And I've also just got some little rubber bands and, I don't know, little knickknacks, you could say, that I just have collected over the time. And then on the inside, also on the outside, I have my Rogue patch. Very, very proud of that one. Alrighty, to start off with, I have my Venom back heating vibrating device. So this is something that I am madly in love with. I will use this piece of equipment to put around my waist, especially when I have workouts that are going to be very back dominant, or where, you know, maybe my back is a little tight and I want to, you know, have a little bit of a massage and heat it up just to warm it up a little bit. I'll put this on. You know, I'll probably wear it for about 20 minutes beforehand. It really kind of depends. I typically would just wear it for a whole cycle, and I feel like it definitely gets me warm and ready to go before I have to actually start moving.
This is kind of some of the cool tech that's really coming out nowadays to either help out athletes or people with everyday aches and pains, or if it is competition focused. I think that kind of stuff is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's fun. Like
Yeah.
if you can afford these types of things.
True, it is a luxury.
Like cheaper option would be like a magic bag, and then you throw it in the microwave.
Yep.
Heat that up. But yeah, heating up the muscle loosens it up a little bit. You know.
Even when it comes to injury and stuff, the same guy that came out with the acronym RICE back in the day has now gone back and said, hey, don't ice like post-exercise or workouts or other stuff like that, because that's actually your body's response just to be able to heal. So heat is much more preferred, especially if the inflammation itself isn't going to cause further damage.
Yeah. My understanding is ice if there's pain, like acute pain, because that'll help alleviate some of that. Heat if it's chronic, so if it's lasting a decent amount of time. So if it's like you finish a workout, like you were fine before the workout, you finish the workout and then it hurts, ice that for a little bit, get the pain to go away so you can kind of go about your daily life. But after that, then you would want to be doing heat and stretching and rehab.
Sure, yeah.
So something, I also wear it around the house as well. I don't just wear it training. Sometimes I wear it around the house if I feel like I've got a tight back. My next piece of equipment is my skipping rope. This is actually my Rogue skipping rope, so it has like even my arrow and everything. Another thing that I'm very proud of. So there's my speed rope. I have a band that I use for mobilizing. Oh, my pecs are sore. And so I'll always carry that around. I can stretch out my shoulders. You know, I can do a whole heap of things with that. Even loosen up my hips, a whole heap.
Majority of athletes, I think, should be carrying some form of a band with them, especially to competitions, Insanely versatile. You can use it for either priming certain muscles or stretching things out, especially any sort of banded distractions. Just really versatile tool.
Yeah, I agree.
You'll also like to know that I carry some of Shane's stuff for him in this bag. So I have his belt. He hardly uses it. I think, no, I actually don't have his lifting shoes in here, but anyways, back to me. I have my Hypervolt. So I'll use this to loosen up muscles. If there's anything feeling a little bit tight and I want a bit of a massage, I'll use this. I also use it after training as well. It just helps with my muscles that have been obviously under a lot of strain throughout the training session, and it helps with my recovery for the next day.
What's your thoughts on massage guns?
I've read some of the evidence on it, and like it's not very good.
Right.
It doesn't seem to do really anything but vibrate the skin. However, I am a big fan of the massage gun. I think it feels great. And even if it isn't doing anything, like mentally, it makes me feel like I'm doing something.
Right. I think I fall almost into the exact same boat as yourself. Especially after some, or like a brand new training cycle where you're getting new movements in and you have a little bit more post-workout muscle soreness. Dude, drilling out your shoulder, especially when it's the last thing that you want to do, from my experience, I believe that it does make a difference, or at least the DOMS isn't so bad, but kind of afterwards, it just feels great.
I have my lifters, and at the moment I'm wearing all black lifters. I've had brown lifters, I've had gray and purple lifters, they were cute, but these are hands down the best lifters on the planet. And I'm not just saying that because I'm sponsored by Noble. I've tried a whole heap of different lifters, and these are hands down the best ones I've ever tried. So,
top 3 shoes for training. What do people need?
Oh, like what kind of shoes or like brands?
If you have brand specific recommendations, fantastic. But otherwise, what are like the top 3 shoes that if you were stuck on an island that was only having CrossFit competitions? What are the 3 shoes that you're bringing with you?
So you would have your lifter.
Yeah.
I don't wear lifters very often. So I have super, super old Reebok CrossFit lifters that are a little bit more flexible than like a typical Olympic weightlifting shoe. But it still gives you...
Sorry. Do you have like the 3 shoes here that you would talk about?
No. I wish. No.
Okay.
They still have that slight heel elevation, probably a little bit less than a typical weightlifting shoe, but they do help you with that range of motion a little bit. Then I would have my typical cross trainer. I prefer the Reebok Nano. I think the toe box is just a little bit wider normally, depending on which version you get. But I do like them, and I find they hold up pretty well. And then I would have some type of running shoe if we're talking CrossFit, just because I don't know, it seems to be a big thing right now in the CrossFit community. It seems to come up a lot at events. So I would probably go with either a New Balance or like maybe a Hoka. Yeah. They gave me a little bit of blisters last time I ran them, but it could have been the total volume that I was doing.
Gotcha.
What were you?
I would have to go with my sized up do-win weightlifting shoes. For any type of ollie work. My ankles suck. So a little bit of extra range motion is always helpful. Bringing my barefoot zero shoes. Those are kind of my everyday go-to if I'm doing either any type of powerlifting work or just a general training session. That's what I have on 90% of the time. And then, again, if money wasn't an object, some type of trail running version of a Hoka would be phenomenal. Like if I could only have 3 pairs of shoes, that would probably be it.
Yeah. And if you can't afford any of those, just toss your Crocs in sport mode.
There you go.
And you're good to go.
100%.
If you're looking for good lifters, use these ones. I have my belt, and this is a belt that I've used since day one, especially when I started learning how to lift through weightlifting when I first discovered CrossFit. So that has definitely been a huge help. My knee sleeves, my Rogue knee sleeves, they are great for any kinds of squatting. They're great for, especially in like heavy squats. You know, I just like to have that protection. And it also
Belts.
Belts and knee sleeves.
Belts and knee sleeves. I typically don't wear knee sleeves. I only wear them for lunges, and that's not because I want any protection or bracing around my knee, just so that when I touch the floor, it doesn't bash up my skin.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like the CrossFit workouts aren't really super heavy.
Yeah.
And I don't tend to have any knee issues yet.
Mm-hmm.
So not a big fan of knee sleeves personally, but I do know a lot of people wear them. What do you think?
I think everything has a time and a place.
Mm-hmm.
For the majority of your training, again, this is all going to be subjective in your experience and what you're training for, but I don't believe that the majority of the population should be wearing knee sleeves or belts for most of their training. As you are going for a riskier lift, as you push closer and closer to a 1 rep max, I think it makes sense just in terms of having an external feedback. I know that whether I'm wearing my knee sleeves or my belt, I do feel better engaged through my lifts. It kind of gives you that sensory feedback, whether it's pushing into the belt or even just having something tight around your knees. Your body's naturally going to want to fight back against that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I like it more so for the sensory feedback side of things. But again, that's only as my lifts start to get really, really heavy. Like you mentioned, the higher volume, lighter weight CrossFit stuff, I have a tendency not to wear.
Yeah, I don't tend to wear my belt often, partially because like I don't tend to lift super heavy. I prefer the higher volume training, more reps. But also I'm just a little bit of laziness. I don't want to go get my belt sometimes. I think it does make a difference. So if you are lifting, or if you're trying to get really strong, getting that belt out can help for sure. Like you said, general population probably doesn't need one, but I'm not.
If someone wants to bring it,
if somebody wants to use one, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
also helps whenever I'm doing, say, pistols or wall balls or thrusters or anything with high rep volume. Really helps with a little bit of, spring out of the bottom of a squat as well. So knee sleeves can be really beneficial for that. I have wrist guards, so whenever I'm doing, handstand walks, handstand push-ups, overhead squats, snatches, clean and jerks, whole heap of different things, and I want a little bit of support around my wrists, I have my wrist guards. Shane tries to steal them from me.
What do you think of wrist wraps?
I think they fall almost into the exact same boat as knee sleeves and belts. Again, it's going to be there to give you a little bit of extra support, especially if anybody has prior injuries, and that gives them that extra sense of security. Or again, there's plenty of different kinds of wrist wraps that you can buy. A lot of the ones for powerlifting make your wrist really crazy stiff. So if either overextension or flexion of your wrist is something that does cause pain, they can be used in those riskier situations. But again, ideally you have a rehab program, so that way you're not experiencing pain in day-to-day function or even in your standard training with it.
Yeah, like I've benched pretty well, 300 pounds. Never had any issues, so I don't think it's common or normal to have wrist pain when doing stuff like that. Maybe once you're getting into like those really extreme weights, like above 300, 400 kind of thing, like perhaps then. But for the average person, I don't think it's a necessary expense. Right.
And I know if he's been touching them because he stretches them, so I keep these very close. I also have my Noble trainers, so they really depend on the day, what kind of color I have. As you can see, I have a lot. But yes, they're typically, these trainers are the ones that I use predominantly for a lot of my training. I also have runners, and so they've got a couple different style runners. These are the most comfortable runners I've ever had. And when it comes to doing a little bit more track work, I use the ones that have just recently come out actually. They're a little thinner on the bottom, and I don't feel like, you know, I'm gonna slide out from them. They're just a little bit more rigid, which I like using on track. Then I have a marker pen because I always like writing the workout up on the whiteboard. I have my golly gummies so that I can have throughout the day. I also have floss bands. So these are great.
Have you ever used floss bands?
I've used them with clients in the past. I don't know. I have found very rarely that they can help. But again, it almost falls into that same category as a massage gun for me.
Yeah, me too. Like I've used it. I do like them for hips and knees. I don't know if it's the act of using the floss band or if it's just the act of doing like a warm up. You know what I mean?
A very hyper specific warm up for an area.
So like, who knows? I haven't read a lot of research on it, but I enjoy them. I like them. I think it feels nice.
These are another thing Shane likes to steal from me as well. I have two sizes actually here, but these are really, really great for when it comes to say having tight elbows, or you know, maybe you're wanting to loosen them up a little bit. What we do is we compress and wrap this floss band around the muscle or the joint, whatever you're wanting to kind of target. Say for example, you do have tight forearms, you're wanting to start from up here and working all the way down, and just kind of compress the muscle, compress the joint, compress the spot that you're trying to focus on, and then kind of move it around a little bit. And once you feel like you don't want to obviously go too numb, so have it on for about a minute or two, then unravel it, and it flushes all this new blood flow through the muscle, through the joint, and really just helps to loosen it up a little bit. They are very beneficial. I really like them. I have my actually these are brand new pair. I have my grips, so these are just the Rogue ones, super protective of the hand, and really great when it comes to wanting to take a little bit of pressure off your grip. You can kind of just hang there because the wrist wraps around your wrist, and you can kind of just hang there so you're not taking the full body weight through your actual grip.
Are there any standards that you think people should need to meet before then introducing a lot of these different types of accessories into their gym equipment or their bag, other stuff like that?
Yeah, like most of it's not necessary at all.
Right.
If it comes to standards, like probably not. I probably wouldn't set standards on it personally. If you want to buy it and you want to use it, like power to you. I'll never say somebody does need it until we get to maybe like extreme levels.
Right. Like if you're competing in RX workouts and other stuff like that, then you know what? If you don't have it, it probably will make a difference at that point, right?
Like gymnastics grips, for example, like she said, takes a bit of grip, takes a bit of pressure off the grip, so you can do higher volume pull-ups or toes to bar or something like that. It does protect the hands a bit. Gymnastics grips won't stop you from ripping. That's usually a grip issue. Yeah. So if things are just oscillating a little bit too much, or you're not gripping it tight enough, or something like that.
Right.
Some more. These are actually Shane, so I don't really know what they're doing here. But these are another wrist wraps. I used to wear them when I very first started doing CrossFit. I preferred the ones with a little bit more support. So these are a little bit more firmer, but you can loosen these off or tighten them up as you will once you've wrapped them. So it really kind of, it's a personal preference, to be honest. Shane sometimes uses these, but I solely use them ones. What else do I have? Oh, I have lifting straps. So for my pulls, I use these to help take a little bit of the pressure off, because I'm not really focusing on the grip with that. I'm trying to focus on more of building the strength through my pull. So I take take that away and really just focus on driving through the legs when it comes to my pulls.
Massive fan of lifting straps.
Mhm.
I make some. If you want a pair, shoot me a message. But a little self-promo.
Yep.
Yeah, even the majority of my clients, typically once we're like 3 to 6 months into training, I'll typically get them a pair of lifting straps, or I'll let them use a set that I already have lying around, as the muscles within your forearm that are responsible for your grip will never be as big as the muscles that you have in your legs or your back. And if that becomes the limiting factor of you lifting weights, yes, it is something that you absolutely should work on with either dead hangs or rack pulls and other stuff like that. But in the meantime, if your back still isn't exhausted or your legs can still put a lot more effort into your workout, and you know what? A pair of lifting straps isn't bad for the majority of people. That might be a more controversial take, but that's mine.
Yeah. No. It's like all the other equipment for me. If you want to use them, awesome. I haven't ran into anybody that has had grip issues on anything other than deadlifts. Usually back rows, even with 100-pound dumbbells. Grip's usually okay, unless maybe you're doing like 15 reps or something. But
yeah, higher volume RDLs type of stuff.
Yeah. So like, again, great to have. Probably don't need them, but throw them in there anyway.
Okay.
My snatches and my cleans, whatever, and I'll use that. You can also use these if your hands are a little sensitive and you're wanting to do deadlifts and you don't want to take...
Ooh, that actually brings up a great point. The AAA kids that I coach hockey with, the trap bars that they have there from Rep, I believe, the knurling on them, super aggressive. And they were getting in maybe like 2 or 3 reps and then standing up and my hands hurt. So give them a couple pairs of lifting straps because they're blown past the weights that they were doing before. Which, again, I gotta
kids
keep
got
it all.
soft hands these days.
they ain't like they used to make them.
Yeah, just gotta rip your hands a few times and you'll get over it.
Right.
Off the weight, you really want to just try and still just focus on the strength part, but your hands are a little limiting. They're really good for that. I have tape. So this tape I can either use for around my wrist, so if you're doing strict muscle ups or something, sometimes people get little tears here, or you can tape your fingers if you have like a little cut or something, or you've torn your hand. I'll use some of that, but predominantly I'll use tape when it comes to wrapping my thumbs for lifts. It just
I forgot my coffee. What am I doing? Gosh darn it. We are not professionals.
Are you sure?
At podcasting.
Oh, God. Not a coffee, remembering.
Yeah.
I use tape. I like thumb tape on the ollie lifts.
Yeah.
Makes your thumbnail feel like it's ripping off a little bit less.
Exactly.
Mentally, it makes me feel like my grip is stronger for some reason. I have used it to tape up rips. That does happen.
Oh, yeah. Especially like if you're scraping the crap out of your shins and stuff and it starts bleeding on the bar, anything else?
No.
I'll typically take the tape and I'll wrap it around my leg a couple of times just to stop it from bleeding that way, because Band-Aids don't stick. So I've used it that way a couple of times as well.
If it's shins, just bleed, bro.
Just bleed all over the bar.
You wash it after. But hands, tape those up. I've never done the wrist taping. I always rip in the middle of my hand on muscle ups. So like right here.
Yeah. For me, it's just like the first pad underneath the finger that those are just getting destroyed all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also have really fat, sweaty hands.
There you go.
So thumb tape, like there's no chance in the world that I'd be completing a snatch if I didn't have it. So I've used everything from weightlifting helps to the cheapest stuff that I can find on Amazon.
Hockey tape.
Hockey tape.
I've used hockey tape, yeah.
Dang, how did that go?
It's fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Honestly, most of anything works.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
gives you a little bit more support. I have a tape measure. So, I mean...
Me too.
You have a tape measure in your bag? That's insane.
That was a joke.
Oh.
We use this whenever
Oh, that's what that is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have a protein bar whenever I want a snack and I'm on the run.
I keep good snacks in my bag. Not protein bars.
Yeah.
Like pie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like little hand pies, like the PEI hand pie.
Cookies.
Nice.
You know?
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
I used to bring those with me to the gym when I was a lot more into powerlifting.
Yeah.
Just intra-workout carbs.
Right.
So then we also have my booster, my fixer, and this is creams that I'll rub on my body if I have any niggles or any tight muscles. And that is honestly something that I really love.
I don't know if you can say that.
I don't know if you can. That's a little strange. My typical go-to rub-ons, Voltaren.
Okay.
And Tiger Balm.
I got, I think it's called BioFreeze.
Yep.
I think I've used it 3 times.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't used any in the past 2 years.
It smells like mint, and that's what I like about it.
Ooh, yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
I truly believe in massage and think that, you know, if you can massage your body, loosen up the muscles, it takes a lot of the stress away from your joints, from anything that's really hurt.
Excuse me?
Never had one. Seems weird to me.
You're joking, right?
No.
You've never had a massage?
Never had a massage.
Dude. It's life-changing.
Nah, I can't believe
Carlos Nazar gets 5 a day.
Mm.
And he's tested.
He's tested. I'm not into it, man.
That's nuts.
No.
And it's not super intense for the body as well. I also have this oil. It's Beam CBD oil, the one, and I'll add a couple of drops at the bottom of my tongue, just to help me with some focusing.
THC oil.
CBD. She said CBD.
Oh, CBD.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Not. Come on, dude. Middle of the CrossFit Games, though.
Yep.
Imagine.
Just guys, you go first.
Yeah. The pace is a little bit slower than usual, right? Just enjoying the time.
So CBD says it's supposed to help relax.
Yeah.
I never used it before.
So it's just like a nervous system relaxant, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, post-workout recovery type stuff. You can use it. Everything that she's kind of going through, whether it's the creams, the CBD, even some of the accessories that she carries around in her bag. Again, all of this stuff is that cherry on top. Again, she's 8-time fittest woman alive.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for her to have the most premium, over-the-top things in the bag, because that extra 0.1% of a difference that it could make for her is actually going to make enough of a difference for it to matter. For the majority of us, it's fine. You can have it if it's fun and it makes you want to go to the gym. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Apparently it's meant to help with that. Then I also have my ball. This is actually a vibrating ball. Let me just turn it on.
Dog toy.
And so it will vibrate and I can roll out on it. You know, I typically roll my hamstrings, side my quads, even like on my lower back, and just having it vibrating and having that ball getting right into those spots that are just feeling a little tight can just really loosen me up and make me feel really good.
Vibrating loosens me up too.
Then I also have a pair of goggles, especially because it's summertime right now. I like to go with some shaded goggles. It's kind of like sunglasses, and the sun doesn't get in my eyes, but yeah.
How do you feel about goggles?
Oh, dude, they're great.
Yeah, I have a pair of goggles that I bought because I thought I was going to get really into swimming.
Ooh.
And didn't happen.
Nice. My girlfriend used to do competitive swimming. So whenever we do go to the center in Dieppe, I steal her other pair. And dude, it's a life changer. I can see where I'm going.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shaded?
Got my goggles.
Not shaded.
Mine are shaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just be a man and open up your eyes underwater.
Yeah. Open up
Stop
your eyes
complaining about it.
like a marine.
Yeah, exactly.
For my swimming. And then last but not least, and this is probably something that I'll use daily, is my band. So I wrap this around my legs to activate my glutes. I do monster walks, sideways, forwards, backwards. I even do controlled squats with it.
Just activate them because they turn off.
It's a light switch.
Yep.
Your muscle, if you didn't know this yet, all of your muscles are like a light switch. They don't work like dials at all. So when I want to activate my bicep to pick up my arm, I'm consciously having to turn that muscle on full blast in order to go. Okay, anyways, all jokes aside, I think hip bands can be great.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you put it on does not mean that your glutes are now all of a sudden working harder.
Yeah.
So if you have a specific protocol to get your hips a little bit more engaged and you need something to fight against externally, awesome, cool, good stuff. The majority of what I've seen online from most people with hip bands or glute bands or whatever else, it's kind of bullcrap. Sure, there are some very specific scenarios, but also a much better way of being able to get your glutes engaged is rather than taking the hip band and putting it up around your thighs, take a small loop band and put it around your shins. Because in order to get your glutes engaged, driving the knees out isn't going to be as effective as creating tibial rotation, where we're actually looking to rotate that shin out, yet keeping the foot straight forward. So, small loop band, middle of the shin, give it a shot during your next workout. See what you feel.
Yeah, what you're meaning by activation is probably just being able to feel her glutes. So she's creating a little bit of fatigue in them, so she gets that slight burn or that contraction. So she's actually a bit of a pump, so she can actually like feel them working. Maybe has like a little bit of nervous system benefit going into like heavy lifts or something.
Yeah.
But probably more of like a mental benefit than anything else.
At lightweight, I do a whole heap with this band because what happens is this band really helps me activate my glutes, which then when they're firing allows me to be a lot more stronger, and you know I'm able to.
I appreciate that you didn't script any of this, but also one thing to add about my previous comment is that it might also, especially things that are more isometric, might improve muscle coordination.
Yeah.
So when she's like doing her squat, everything's kind of working together the way that it should.
Yeah.
Form the movements that I'm doing at that time, and typically it's squats or deadlifts or snatches, cleans, whatever it may be. I just feel like I've activated the right muscles so that they can actually start applying whenever I'm moving. And actually, this is a T-Fitness proven band. Got my own little logo on there that we're actually coming out with. So you can actually head to the website and get your own. We even are going to have all black ones. So I'm really excited about this because I do think that they are very important when it comes to warming up, cooling down, accessories, all kinds of things. But aside from that, that's everything in my bag. It's now empty, but it fits quite a lot in there actually. All right guys, so I hope that you enjoyed.
Yeah, honestly, pretty solid gym bag. If I was 8-time fittest woman alive, 100%. Like that sounds like a great gym bag.
I'd probably have 2 gym bags with more stuff in it.
True.
I'd bring my own barbell.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
We're actually a week, so this time next week we'll be starting day 1 of the CrossFit Games, and today we're going to be doing some of the workouts that have actually been announced. Right now, just kicking it off with a mobility sesh, and trying to get the body feeling primed and ready to go. Like the work has been done, but there's still work to be done. But
she's shredded.
right now, like a week
That's ridiculous.
I know the lighting is good, but still.
Yeah.
you know, primed and ready to go for
You can tell
competition
that
next
the
weekend.
last video was
And,
like earlier in her
actually
career,
focusing a lot more
where this
on
one is very
hair
much more
recovery,
recent.
So just actually implementing a lot more pliability, mobility, stretching, and just getting the joints, the muscles, everything feeling ready to go next Friday. I know we're all celebrating about taper and shit, but that doesn't mean fucking anything, you know that, right? Like,
it's way less shit.
yeah, but the intensity still has to be there. Like, it doesn't mean like, oh, yeah, we get to chill for the next week.
So yeah, everything that she's talking about regarding the warm-up, when we were digging into John Cena's warm-up and how he typically takes 45 minutes to an hour, before going into a CrossFit Games competition where you have an entire weekend that you're going to be competing, if not half a week, yes, spending an hour to go through an entire full body warm-up absolutely makes sense.
Yeah,
No?
I don't know. I still probably wouldn't recommend doing a full hour. Again, like, this is a professional athlete. She has the time to do it. It's not going to hurt.
Right.
Probably not necessary. I think you could get away with way less. You know what I mean?
For like a CrossFit Games competition, or
Yeah, for CrossFit. Like,
Okay.
you would warm up for each individual event. The warm-ups that you do the week prior to the competition aren't going to really matter. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Oh, this is like a week prior to the comp?
I think that's what she said. Yeah, because they're peaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this was like the day before and you spend like an hour to an hour and a half in the gym just going through different movements, getting a sweat going, then I see that as beneficial.
Oh, the day before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that a warm-up, though. I'd call that just an easy workout.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, true. Fair.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know when we got this guy.
Which one are we doing?
Event 2.
That just came out yesterday, right?
No, event 8 came out yesterday, so we'll be doing event 8 too, but after. So this morning, event 2, then we have an interval piece, then we'll have event 8.
Light day. Tapering.
3 workouts in one day during the taper.
Ooh.
But you have to remember that they would typically do like 6 in a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 6, like a Metcon will last 20 minutes usually tops. Do 6 of those at varying intensities and modalities. So 3 workouts in a day for an elite CrossFit athlete
Not too bad.
probably is a taper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to chill for a little bit and then I prefer to be in the first seat. It'll get it done. Tick. My body feels still like beaten up from 11.
Mum on do it tonight.
Yeah.
That's what you'll be looking forward to.
So what about my interview?
Yeah.
Unbroken, I want to go unbroken on the toe to bar.
Yep.
Back and everything. I think for my workout, like this has to be like unbroken, ideally, like so smooth and like 10 back through, unbroken again on the toe to bar. Last time I didn't break, I was unbroken on the toe to bar for the first round. I mucked up a few on my skips, and then I had to come down at 22 on my second round of toe to bar. So that's what I'm focusing on, like smoothing out.
So this is a big difference between competition and training, especially for the average person. There's a lot more strategy to it. For the average person, you kind of just do the workout. You know what I mean? You might have a little tiny bit of strategy, like, hey, I want to break here, break there. But she's going piece by piece. Kind of, she's probably done this workout more than once, figuring out where to make changes, things like that. So like that's going to make a major difference between a CrossFit Games athlete and the average person.
Right. And with these types of competitions, now that I finally have a couple under my belt, it's different than just about any other sport that I've played, where I think CrossFit is very unique in the fact that you get to pre-plan ahead your entire kind of attack strategy for it, especially if you're competing in singles.
Yeah.
Whereas with anything like football, even powerlifting, either it's a team sport and you're relying on others, or you already know exactly what the event is going to be like, and it's the exact same as last time in powerlifting, and you just have to go and do the exact same thing again. But nothing is really variable. Nothing is really changing, right?
Yeah, CrossFit does have that unique. You kind of have to be ready for anything.
Yeah.
Most local comps, I think even the CrossFit Games do it now, where they put the events out early, so you can kind of plan for those, but they don't put them out early enough that you can train specifically for them.
Yeah.
And local comps, at least around here, will usually keep like a secret workout, the finals one. So you have to be ready for whatever.
Yeah.
Ironing out. I think my wall walks were fast, but I want them to be that fast again, or like even faster almost. That'd be just like a good start, set me up for success on it.
And having to walk all the way from here, dropping it and coming back. On game day, it will be further apart. Hopefully this doesn't come out until later. And then advance to your dumbbell, double under, your responsibility, your rope, toe to bar, double under here, dumbbell, finish off. Does that make sense? You've seen it enough times, right? I want you to encourage yourself to know that I'm going to put a cone roughly here, but this is where I want the double under space, not here where we saw some of the guys, okay?
20, 30, 20, 10.
T is jacked,
Super jacked.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like phenomenal work on her part, being able to get herself to that point. But I think that also brings up a very important point when it comes to body fat percentages or athletes and what they look like, and how it kind of gets presented in the media of, oh, look at these people in phenomenal shape, in great health, and everything else like that. I think most people need to understand that elite level athletes aren't in great health, especially if you take a look at people competing in bodybuilding. Is a fantastic example of it, where everything is for a very specific performance aspect. So that way you can show up for a single day or for a few days and be able to outperform everybody else. But our body also needs to be able to rest and recover effectively enough so that way it can maintain its daily function. General recommendations, please correct me if I'm wrong. When it comes to males, anything between about 10 to 20%, you're not going to have any, even like 25%, not really going to have any major hormonal imbalances, changes, and stuff that way. For women, it's anywhere from about 15 to 30, from my understanding. But everybody is naturally going to sit at a little bit of a different state when it comes to body fat percentages.
Yeah.
So if you are naturally a little bit heavier throughout the entire course of your life, as you get down to those lower body fat percentages, you're going to have to stay there for a much longer period of time, about a year or two, before your body starts to naturally feel comfortable there in a brand new routine. And that's where I think things start to get very difficult for people that are wanting to make those body recomp changes, is that it has very little to do with just getting to a point, but it has to do with maintaining a routine that allows you to stay at that body fat percentage or at that new recomped style of living.
Yeah, everything you said I agree with. That ability to maintain habits, especially once you've gotten to the point where you want to be, is a major factor for keeping it off. People that tend to keep weight off tend to do very similar things. So they all track their weight still, to make sure that they're not fluctuating up too much or fluctuating down too much, depending on what your goal was, of course. They all exercise. They all are mindful of their diet. Maybe they don't track, but they do some kind of thoughtful process around food choices and shopping and creating meals and things like that.
Right.
They tend to not watch a lot of TV.
True. Yeah.
And they tend to have physically active hobbies. So people that are typically leaner, or people that have gotten leaner, tend to follow those lifestyle practices, right? If you're not following those, it's really easy to throw the weight back on, especially if you go back to habits that you were doing before you took the weight off. So yeah, try to build strong habits, not just eat less and move more.
Right. It's a very complex puzzle for figuring out your health and where you want to be. You're figuring out one puzzle piece at a time and just collecting more as you go along.
Yeah. And like sometimes things work for a little while and then they stop working, right? So you have to be open to being flexible, trying not to get frustrated when you have like backslides or anything like that. And then just trust the process. I know it's cliche, but you know, you gotta trust the process.
Absolutely.
Also, talking about Tia being really jacked, most CrossFit athletes, like the more general population, we call everybody an athlete, I guess. Most CrossFit athletes aren't going to look like that.
Oh, yeah. Even like going to the provincial comps and just other local comps around here, the only people that even looked remotely close to that were the people that were competing in the RX group that have already been doing this for more than 5 years and have made it part of their daily life, right? So,
and like chances are they had a decent amount of muscle before,
right?
Especially if they're doing RX, like that. It either takes a lot of work to get there, or you had a little bit of a leg up, like you played a different sport or you did some kind of other training before. Diet's going to play a huge role in that. Like she probably has her diet dialed in by like a nutrition coach or something like that. And then also the sheer amount of volume that she's doing probably has a huge muscle building response, right?
Yeah.
She's probably not lifting a ton of heavy weights, but I'm sure she is lifting some heavy weights. But the majority of her time, she's doing a lot of calisthenics, a lot of lighter weight, higher rep things in her Metcons.
Oh, yeah.
And like, while those aren't optimal for building muscle, they still build muscle.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I hate wall walks.
Yeah. The lighter I get, the easier they get.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the double
Crossovers.
crosses.
Oh my goodness.
Double crosses. It's okay. I can only get one. Maybe two.
I gotta take my contact out. It folded over on itself.
Gross. He's taking his eyeball
There you
out,
go.
folks.
Yep, there you go. Let me toss that out for a second.
You don't need to see.
Not out of that eye. We're good.
God gave you two and you can't see out of either of them.
Yeah.
I like just got the 10 too. Yeah, just move the dumbbell so much more efficiently than me.
It's not efficient that way.
No, I try to capitalize on that.
If you're
I jumped up faster than what I would have liked, and I could feel it at the first 7.
Sometimes doing that just encourages the other person to jump up.
Yeah, and that's what I hoped to happen. But I was really hoping or banking that he would just blow up on his forearm. Like I tried to rush and I stuffed up my dubs, but like that's just because I was really pushing the pace.
I think
Yeah, I just
double unders are smoother. You're probably a little reluctant or hesitant to grind through the first 10. I just think that you could have just been a bit more aggressive in that, knowing that hey, the shoulder fatigue will dissipate after a while, it'll get better. I don't mind the walk, but then I felt like you would just sort of walk over them.
Yeah.
Just sitting there too long.
Just like ran over.
If you're going to walk over, that dumbbell then's got to move fast. You can't walk over slow and steady on that either.
Because I'm watching the boys through the whole thing. And then like when they start to get one ahead of me, I'm counting their reps and then counting mine. I'm like fucking all over the shop. Like it's just because I'm trying to maintain their cadence so that I'm not too far behind. But my quota bar, if I could have just gotten that unbroken, I would have been in the lead and I would have beaten him. I was just like hanging on though.
How many do you have left when you?
Again, this is a big difference between training and competing. What was I gonna say? It gives the vibe more similar to a practice where you go through your for football practice, for example. You'll go through your play. You'll try and hit it at intensity. Then you'll take a break and you'll kind of go over what can be improved, and stuff like that. I'm saying a lot today. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to edit all those out. Yeah, so it feels more like a football practice instead of training, because she's not going to probably worry about what kind of adaptation she's getting from this workout as opposed to what she would normally do with other things. She's just looking to hit this with some intensity, see what kind of time she can make, and then figure out what kind of adjustments need to be made in order to get a better time, either at the games or the next time she tries it out, right?
Yeah. The interesting part about getting into CrossFit is that almost every movement will tax you a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So being able to figure out where you're going to spend your fuel reserves and where you can recover before you get into the next round has been a very cool kind of variable.
Yeah.
Where I don't know if I've really experienced that in other sports, because either you're sprinting harder or you're sprinting a little bit less, depending on where you are, either on the soccer pitch or on a football field, right?
Yeah, and you're going to have a very individual kind of like rest sections in workouts. So if you take, what's a fun workout? Fran, for example. Everybody knows Fran. It's 21, 15, 9 of thrusters and pull-ups. You might have somebody that's really strong and that thruster is super easy. And they're not quite as good at the pull-ups, the gymnastic stuff. So that's where they're going to be putting a lot more work in. Then you might have the vice versa where they're not as strong, but those pull-ups are essentially a rest for them.
Right.
And that can be the difference in a competition, right? It might not, it exposes what you need to work on when you're training, but it can be the difference in strategy when you're doing a competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
10. That workout, like the transitions, I would imagine will be a lot, like, because we're gonna go like the full length of the field.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you think you could
I
have?
needed to.
Really?
I'll take my rope. I don't think you
You
chalked
don't
up on the
think
last
you
one.
don't think you could have gone unbroken if you just chalked up? I mean, I
was
was tough.
I was down here.
Really?
Yeah, Ricky,
It
just
was
chalk
all
up,
my
bro.
grip on that last one. Well, I was like,
I could re-grip if I had to. But, you know, when you come up and you go like,
Are you even trying?
lock it
Gosh.
over more.
Dude, if you're re-gripping, you're clearly not chalked enough.
Yeah.
my
More
right
chalk
arm was, like,
always.
sliding.
If you're not covered in chalk at the end, didn't chalk
Ideally, you
enough.
have a brick in either
Are
pocket
you in
during
for
the
a
comps,
question?
right?
Yeah. I put one in my mouth. I hold in my
You
teeth.
to have
I
a
just-
relationship with your dad.
There you go.
You do.
Well, at that point, you can kind of just spit on each
Well,
hand and then
I
Yeah.
just credit him
It's stored in my
for who
cheeks
I
like a
am
chipmunk.
today.
chewing tobacco, right?
and my mum, and like to have dad, like he expects, he has like a certain expectation of me, like that he just believes in me so much, and for me to live up to that expectation and
Do you have anybody that believes in you, Lucas?
No.
Man.
Actually,
So that's why you're not competing in the games.
I feel like people believe in me way too much.
There you go.
Yeah. They should expect way less from me.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
then nobody will be disappointed.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Set the bar so incredibly low, and
Yep.
once a year, maybe you surpass it.
Yeah.
That way, people still want you in their life, but you're not like setting any type of expectation that you're ever going to accomplish anything.
Yeah.
That's how I like to live.
I always make sure I program at least one workout a week that is 100% in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And I only do that workout.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then that way we can at least keep up the appearance that we're good at this stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Love it.
Live up to that belief that he has in me, that I feel like the least I can do is just absolutely go out in my training as hard as I possibly can and prove him right. And you know, some people may look at that like, oh, you know, does his parents push her too much and stuff? And not at all. Like, my parents have been my number one supporters from day one, and you know, almost by default, right? Like, they're my parents, but they have shown me the way. They have supported me through everything, even before CrossFit, like when I was just a little girl wanting to do sports and get after it. And to be able to have my mum and dad, my dad like standing here today watching me train, I like it's almost like a privilege to have, and it's something that I definitely don't take light or like easy, because it just means so much to me. And like, my parents, like, they are absolutely everything to me, and they mean so much. And when I think about it, like, they're the dream parents. Like, I could only hope that I am that type of parent for Willow when she grows up. And you know, he brings the best out of me, to be honest. It's the least I can do.
Brendan,
Hey.
I think that actually is an important point that she kind of brings up. If you have somebody in your corner as you go throughout life, giving you that 1% extra push, it adds up over the course of time, right?
Yeah.
Like, it would be cool to have a dad. Don't you agree? But still having people that are able to support you, like, same thing. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for my mom, man.
Yeah. Like, it's great to have supporters. You know, make
The-
friends.
yeah.
You know, like, talk to people. Like, most people, especially if they know you, they're going to root for you.
Right.
Like, it's very often, I think, people truly have haters.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I know that is a thing on social media, like, I'm going to prove the haters wrong.
Yeah.
But I think it's very rare that people truly have haters. And it's more often that your friend group, your family, they're going to be a better support crew and probably give you more motivation than, I don't know, the one person that doesn't like you.
Yeah, 100%. So if you're currently keeping your own workout journey or anything else in the dark from the people in your life, talk to them. Just let them know that you're doing it, that you're trying to do this to better yourself. And you might be surprised by the kind of support that you do get out of it.
Yeah. And if they are haters, you know, make a motivational Instagram account.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Make a podcast where you and your buddy get to talk about workouts and snacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then allow the haters to just comment on that.
Just hate comments on us.
Yeah, please. More engagement, the better.
Yep.
Tia said that you're her biggest supporter.
She said that?
Yeah. She said she couldn't do it without you, and that's why she invites you back every year.
I don't know about that, mate. She probably couldn't do it without a mother.
What's the difference between you and Debbie when it comes to like her?
Debbie does all the work.
Do you invite your dad back?
I just sit there spectating.
You're not.
Every year, man.
He never
Every
shows
year.
up, does he?
Nah, dude, he just stays 6 feet under.
Just spectating now?
Yeah, that's all I do, mate. Bit of spectating. Shane does the coaching, I do the spectating, and Deb does all the work.
I wish we had a yoke.
Me too. It'd be
That'd
fun.
be sick. That'd be so much fun.
So this is probably more like training. I don't know if this is like an actual event.
Yeah.
So it's probably more of like an interval.
Just some
workout.
GPP kind of work for the games, maybe.
Because like essentially CrossFit is basically just circuits.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's basically just circuit training. With a little like competition flair added on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't call it.
No, should have called it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had a crack if she knew.
Yeah, I would have fucking
That's
tried.
why I was too scared to say it. She would have beat me.
Should have tried harder. 15, 7. 15, 7, 20. Redemption time. Go to run circles around Rick Dog. Yeah, I would say this summer has definitely been the sweatiest. I mean, I know in previous years we definitely get sweaty and it's hot and, you know, all that good stuff that comes along with summer, but like the fans have been full ball. Like as soon as you finish a workout, you're just like looking for a fan to go sit in front of, and honestly, like I wouldn't have been able to inject the intensity and the intent and have like the energy that I have had throughout my training without the salts that I have, and like throughout the
it's an
day
ad.
leading into
Oh,
my training
it's an ad.
in the morning.
Element, baby.
Ad read.
I'm constantly drinking element salts
Look at that
just
setup.
to stay hydrated, just to
Element
replenish
tea.
the body and
You
get,
want a
like,
salty
the magnesium,
drink?
the potassium, the
You ever dry scoop an element pack?
Nope.
I have.
I'm not stupid.
Well, don't do it. It's not needed. Even that much salt, like unless you're running a 50K in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
maybe then you need
Maybe.
element's fine. If you're an endurance racer, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
Most other people probably don't need it.
Like she's a CrossFit elite athlete in Australia. I'm assuming because of the fans, they don't have AC. So maybe she's sweating that much. She does need some element.
Yeah. They're
Um,
doing 6 workouts a day.
yeah. The average person, you don't need it. It's just bad for your blood pressure.
Yeah. Most of you are getting salt anyways.
Yeah.
sodium that I need in order to make sure I'm not getting dehydrated.
Element just
particularly with
assaults
the
you.
amount of sweat
Ah,
that we've
oh.
had this season leading into the games. It's actually been so crazy. And we keep, like Kiefer just came from Vegas and we're like, is it this hot? And the heat's there, but the humidity isn't. And so, like they actually have the sparkling drinks. They're really nice, particularly after a big long training session. But if I'm not feeling like something like that, I just have my salts in my water bottle that I'm sipping on all day. And I really wouldn't be able to get through games training with.
So you eat one cheeseburger and you've got all of that salt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to eat a cheeseburger.
Okay.
That's why she's shredded though.
Yeah,
She doesn't eat the cheeseburger.
exactly. Yeah,
Not every
Think
day.
about that shit, Rick, though.
I do. I would like to.
Me too.
Ricky thinks too much.
He doesn't think at all, so when it comes out, you're like, what?
That's true. I don't know. Ricky's got some funny, very, very. You got great brain teasers. We should do a brain teaser episode. Would love it.
It's hard to know if I'm serious or not.
Yeah, he's got poker face.
That dry sense of humor.
I got a brain teaser for you.
Okay, hit me.
What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
Tell me.
Parrot.
Oh. 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 Oh.
All right, back to the video.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold. Everyone's sweating.
Are we allowed to wear that?
It's funny.
I think so.
This is good.
Shane, is this mine? Has it been changed out?
David Weck has a power vest coming out that I want to show you at some point. But essentially, it's sandbags inside the little packs. So that way, when you jump, the momentum carries with you rather than the vest being a completely separate entity. Kind of like a maraca, right?
Yeah, you have to show me.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Dude,
That sounds horrible. Wouldn't it just come up and hit you in the face?
that's exactly what it is designed not to do. where the weight
Okay.
vest moves separately from your body because the sand, essentially the inertia drives the sand with it. But again, because sand's all individual particles, whatever,
Okay, so
it's a little bit more
okay.
evened
I
out.
get what you mean. Yeah.
Mine's only 95 pounds. I don't even. Not even worried.
Okay, simmer down.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that.
His vest's not
Last time
95.
I did that, I was like, that's heavy. Oh, this is fucking wet.
I like the idea of
Oh,
weight
if you want,
vests.
Jay, you can
Me
have
too.
this
They
one
look
and
so
I'll take
cool,
this
but I
one.
just never use them.
I wish it was popular to just walk around town with a weight vest, because that would probably just get a lot more people in a lot better shape than where they're currently at.
Mm.
But you look kind of silly, and people just wonder if you're walking around with an actual armored vest,
Yeah.
which brings up a lot of other unnecessary concerns.
Yeah.
So
Guns.
yeah,
We won't talk about it right now.
yeah, no, we're in
Maybe later.
Canada, we can't.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about it. You have to bleep that out.
Shit.
No worries. No worries, bro. I got you back.
Thanks,
We'll just send Ricky outside.
The bars in the vest and light barbell cycling. So that's why we want to just touch these. So they are important to us and they're important to you guys. So it's just important again to get quality touches and start gamifying how I can move this efficiently with my vest on. 1 minute.
Was it sandbags? Oh, barbell. Oh, thrusters.
They're just going through the full workout with the weight vest on.
Gotcha. Thrusties. I love a good box climber. They're so fun.
Yeah. We should do more of those.
It's hard to set up for the gym.
Yeah.
It takes
Right,
a lot
because
of
then
time.
you get the bands over top and everything else. If it was more of these boxes,
Even still, moving them around.
why did I point over there when we're talking about these? Can't stroke my wood?
What is that? That's what we need.
Dude, that's a sick workout.
A vacuum backpack?
I mean,
That's how easy it would be to clean the gym.
Dude. Real life Luigi's Mansion. There you go. But ghosts aren't real.
Those aren't real.
No.
Yeah, there's always enjoyment, right? But I would say I've actually probably like felt so much. I felt more relaxed in a way, and I think it's just like the people. You know, there's some people that have been here for now a couple of years, and they get it, which also helps me in terms of like sharing my expectations, because like they've learned it and, you know, adapted to their my expectations to themselves, and you know, they level up. And I think that it just, when people understand what the job is and what the goal is and what the intent is, and I don't have to waste any extra energy trying to explain myself, trying to help people understand it, it helps me get my job done better as well. And that really helps, because you know, sometimes you're just banging your head against the wall and you ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Like, you know, it doesn't affect me, you know, how maybe like some people are, or how they perform in the later rounds. But when you're a part of a team, you want everyone to live up to their own expectations. You want everyone to achieve their dreams and goals, and you know, you want to help them do that. And so,
Unless the goal is beating Tia, then she'll crush you.
Yeah, there's no hope of that ever.
I just feel like everyone is leveling up. They're becoming a lot more professional. They're maturing a lot more. And you know, we've got people of all different experience levels, all different ages. Like, it's just wild, and it's really all coming together nicely. And I'm just really proud of the team and their efforts, and I think that it's just been a lot more enjoyable.
That is not your average CrossFit gym. Those people are a lot more in shape than the standard.
Yeah,
People.
that would have been an elite athlete training camp. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Well, that is it. That is Tia Clair Toomy. She didn't really explain how she got the fittest in her life, but still very cool to see what she does.
Oh, heck yeah.
She's a beast. Can't take that from her.
Absolute animal.
Yeah. I would give her a 100 out of
we
90.
Can't, I don't know if
for
we can even
fitness.
rate that, man. Yeah, like she's too good. She's already proven it.
Yeah.
She's 8-time fittest woman alive.
Yeah, I would give her 8 fittest women alive out of 8.
Yeah.
I would give her backpack 7 fittest women's alive out of 8.
There could be more things.
There could
she
be more
have
things.
2 backpacks.
She could have 2 backpacks.
For 8-time fittest woman alive?
Yeah. I didn't see any toe spacers in there. I feel like that's a CrossFit thing that everybody should
I feel like she just needs a walk around massage therapist if she's truly looking to like
those finger things.
She could have some grippers too.
Yeah. Unknown and unknowable.
She could carry a DeLonghi coffee machine in her backpack for some caffeine top-ups.
Yep.
So yeah.
7
fittest women out of 8.
Yep.
For the backpack.
For the backpack, 8 out of 8 for the workouts.
Yeah.
That's
undeniable.
Yeah.
She's doing it. All the things.
Yes.
She's doing them.
And ice cream. How did you like your? Did you eat it all?
It's gone.
Oh my god, he ate a whole pint of ice cream.
It's breakfast.
It's breakfast of champions.
How
would you rate the creaminess of the ice cream?
2 ice out of 10, which is a positive because it's not very icy. Therefore, it's creamy.
There you go. Very creamy, very creamy cashew ice cream.
What about yourself?
Pleasantly surprised. Took a little bit of getting used to. The lemon, it's blueberry lemon flavored. The lemon, it got me right
off the bat.
Like, lemon.
That's lemon.
As I went though, better and better with every bite.
Nice.
Cashew ice cream, so it wasn't dairy.
Yeah.
Very creamy still.
How's your gut feeling?
Pretty good so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a wimp when it comes to dairy products. I've taught my stomach through enough battles that it can handle it.
I'm just not evolved. So lactose tolerance.
Yeah.
Especially through adulthood is a mutation. We know
you're old.
You're already mutated. We know that from your wisdom teeth.
Oh yeah. I don't. Nor have I ever had the space or enough jaw to ever have wisdom teeth. So they just don't exist.
This is what an evolved human being looks like, and this is what.
I'm so sorry for what your ancestors have to experience. This is
ancestors. This is what a regular human.
Future. What are future ancestors? Your family lineage down the road. If this is what it is, I'm so sorry.
So like I don't need a lot of dairy.
Yeah.
And it was good. I would give it a 2 thumbs up.
Out of how many thumbs up?
Out of 2.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I would recommend.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Lost and Found Wellness Exchange. Go check them out. Great people. Good stuff.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See ya.